All right. And we'll pull me down just a tiny little bit. Pull the music back up a little bit. Let's get the manual running. I forgot to do the exposure, but we can get that done here in a second. All right, let's see what I can do here. Exposure, probably 3 steps up. Exposure. I clicked it. Auto exposure off. Manual exposure on. 2, 3. That looks good. Good. Our manual exposure, and we are ready to rock and roll. Oh, back into the fold. Let's go once again, one step further in getting this thing finished up. Still haven't done the decals for the arms yet because I have been busy. And yes, things have been a bit weird today as well. And yesterday was kind of a QT day. Quality time with waifu. Ooh. Oh boy, this is getting complicated. Love it. What up, done it? Oh, what do? Could do without having a lot of stress lately. Work being a POS and just shit going sideways all the damn time. Oh, we're going back to WX. WX, Y, and Z. We're about halfway through the box on the main body shit. Ooh, fun. All right. WX. It's gonna be like one of the last parts off the list, isn't it? Yes, it is. Like some of the last parts off WX. I don't like the little ratcheting part in the waist. The one for the legs is actually really good. The one for the legs, just that perfect like Revotech kind of style. Where the one in the leg in the waist itself doesn't really work right. I even took it back apart, see if I did anything wrong. I didn't do shit wrong. It was just they didn't do a proper ratchet. It's too much of a pointed slope. It should have been more of a gradual slope like the one in the legs are. Or the but the polycap's good, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Polycap's pretty strong. Probably gonna need those. Yo, what up, Ajax? Stressful day at work. Stressful day in total. Could deal without it, and if the world could just hold the fuck up for a little bit and not go to shit before the fucking PGU comes out, that'd be great. Because the way the world looks, it's going to shit fast. Oh boy. Let me get all my model kits imported first, then everyone can start fighting. Like, I am getting like, oh my god, please don't. I already have money tied to some of this stuff. It's true, man. It's like just give me a little bit of time. You got past we got the new here. Just let me get the PGU here and get the one for the contest, and then you can just go. Guys can just do whatever you want at that point. Like, it's always when I have some big money freaking tied to shit, and it's like, oh my god, please stop. It's always when I have a bunch of money tied into shit. Because I was worried about this one getting here, and that was back when a lot of shit was going down, and it was like, oh my god, please don't. B5. B-U? Nope, that is I. Are you B? If you're B, we're going to clip all this off and get rid of that. Because we're going to be getting to those real soon. That's the front, back skirting armor? Whichever one, we're getting to those pretty soon, so we're going to just put that on the desk so that B is off the top of the list. Oh, and then F and Polycap 4. Polycap 4. Polycap 4. Oh, let me see. Go back to here. Go back to there. Okay. If work could just stop being so stressful. I do not want to play Boss Man on Friday. It's going to suck. Always sucks when I have to play Boss Man. If I didn't understand autocorrect way too much, Zala, I would have been like, what the hell is that? But it's like, I totally understand. Autocorrect hates me to death. No, it's when you play Boss Man, you have to handle all the calls for the entire day, and it's not a fun time having to tell people to do things because sometimes they don't listen to you. That's always my issue is when I tell someone to go do something, they won't do it, so I end up having to go do it instead of them going to do what I told them to go do. That's my biggest problem with playing Boss Man. It's like, hey, I need you to go run this. No, I'm sorry. I'm too busy to go do that. Okay, that's fine. That's not what I asked. Because whenever one of the other guys gets to play Boss Man, they just ring my phone like crazy and ask me to go do everything. And I'll only have 5 technicians available. Which is going to suck. Because 2 of my technicians are not reliable enough that I can send out to do things. You know, if I was to get to do Boss Man more often, sure, that probably would help. Or if I was given enough authority over people, but I don't. I don't have my title for that. If I had my master's title, or at least, well, what we call a level 4, if I had my level 4, which is technically my master's title, I would get that recognition a bit more. But because I don't have my master's title, I'm just considered somebody who is in the top running. I'm one of 3 people who are the top workers in my area. And from time to time, I have to play Boss Man. It does count for something when I'm the only guy who really understands some things sometimes. I'm one of the highest paid in my field, and That does also suck too. Being one of the highest paid people in my field, it also fucking really sucks because then people really expect a lot from you. That's my biggest problem. Look for another company. Oh man, you know, I really need to at some point. Because right now I do way too much shit and still have to freaking continue to do more. It's not less, it's always more. And I know, Donut, you know what I mean. When it comes to the field, it's like, it just sucks. Ah. Luckily, yes, but we'll see how long that holds out for. That may not always be the case. I really need to quit buying all. I need to really stop buying so much big shit right now. I think really I'm going to be tapped out for a while after I get the PGU and get the contest one. I'm going to be tapped out for a while. I'll probably just resort to buying some other stuff for the moment being. Who fucking knows? I'm fucking probably going to still buy shit. Don't even. It's me. Hi, hello. That was a joke. Vladdy will always find a way to buy more. But we'll see what happens. Really, I do actually need to cool it on. Getting some of the big stuff at the moment. But we'll see how the campaign goes. And we're gonna snooze the ad. We'll at least snooze this one ad coming up. We'll see how the campaign goes for the big giveaway. If it goes well, we'll see what happens because we're gonna be pushing a lot. I've got to make sure I've got all my rules correct, and I got to make sure I've got everything set up correctly as well. Yeah, there you go. The biggest thing right now is that I get all the stipulations for the giveaway correct because of the fact that giveaways fall under the sweepstakes rule, you have to be very careful. You don't do anything right on it, or you do things wrong, and federal charges are filed with the FCC. We don't want that happening. Like, I have to disclose anything related to it, all the rules, how to enter, and all that other fun shit. I had a meeting and it was dumb enough to make me stick around. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, trust me. There's some people who are not smart enough to do that, who have done dumb things because... Oh, I was sweating last year. We were doing really well last year, but we had some social issues with some members who decided to be very rude. And I ended up taking a 2-month break because it was a really big problem, and I was like half tempted jumping off something, but yeah. Mostly just jumped off doing stream for a little while. And we were doing really well. We were doing really fucking good. Enough that I was sweating bullets on tax rules because you also have to follow tax law. But luckily, the tax laws got suspended for till next year. So, no, I can't get into it. Basically, I got called a bunch of names because I didn't do something for somebody, and I was the bad guy. And I have really bad anxiety, paranoia. I also have really bad bouts of depression, so that really just kicked me hard in the face. I took a lot of time off just to try to get myself back to normal. Yeah, it was bullshit. I try to be the most nice person I can. Kind of like we haven't done game streams in a long time. Game streams got the field can blow, you abandon the power. Yep. But yeah, dude, that's why game streams got killed. We were doing a lot of fun game streams for a long while. It's basically why I almost quit. I almost quit doing streaming completely. I almost was just done. I was almost just like, I'm 100% done. So I told myself this is the last time I was going to do it because it's really hard. It is really hard to put yourself out here and perform like a dancing monkey. It's not cheap. It's utterly expensive to do. And it is it's emotionally draining sometimes when you're trying to do the best you can. And I've failed a lot late. I have failed a lot in the time I've been doing Twitch and YouTube. I had to take an entire year off, and I ruined my entire portfolio for an entire year because I blew a tendon in my arm, and I couldn't lift, and I couldn't do builds, I couldn't do anything. And at the time, I had a lot of people watching the stream, and it was great. But because I had to take that time off, I lost everything. So it's been a long hill climb back up to the top again. Ooh, have they added anything new to that? Okay, so that's looking good so far. Oh, that's good. I bet our base is still there and everything. Leo would love if we started playing that again. Like I said, we'll start getting... I'm thinking I'm getting good enough that we can start doing game streams again. I'll see if I can message Blonde Blonde and get her in on it too. Which we'll start doing probably next weekend. If we can get enough people. Yeah, like I said, the next time I'm going to be free is going to be next weekend. Because this weekend I'm on call. And I think we're just going to do them... If we do gaming nights, we're going to be doing them mostly what is it called? On the weekend. And we'll just do like our regular thing, just being dumb and dying every time we do anything. And Donette, if you're still there, since you're over on TikTok, the worst part is the field's dying. Like the repair field is becoming a lost trade in electrical engineering, and it's getting hard. We can't even find people. At least refrigeration still has a revolving door, but my trade is dying, basically, apparently. It's getting harder and harder to find anybody. And you know what, Donna? That's actually nice to hear. That somebody enjoys the content. I know it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something good. Because sometimes it's really hard for me. I'm not a very social person, so it's really hard for me to even talk. I mean, once I get started, I don't stop, but just getting the whole thing started is the hard part. And I have a too trustworthy nature. So it's so hard for me. Because then when I get like let off or people move on, it's like it's really hard for me. Right, dude. Nah. My problem is I trust people too quickly, and that is my biggest issue when it comes to socializing. I'm the worst. Okay. Let's get that on there. Shit. Which one goes first? Which way does that go in? I can't tell because it's too small. Because I have terrible eyes. I hate having the worst eyesight ever created. Ah, you suck. I don't know, Ajax, did you see the new stuff that Bandai's putting out? They're doing a bunch of just recolors. I'm not the biggest one on them. Oh, what were they called again? Let me see if I can pull that up. Fuck. Where to put the phone? See if I can put them up. Same thing, I've been burned by people. Had someone call me a friend, steal almost. Oh! Dude, I hate that. Let me see. New tab. P Bandai. Cannot remember what they're called. Oh, I saw it earlier. Gundam Next Future Limited. Yes, okay, so you saw what I saw. The only one that looked okay was, I think, the, and I'm being very generous on there, was the, God, what is that fucking thing called? The Witch from Mercury kit. The Aerial. The Aerial was the only one that was okay. Oh, damn, man. $1 million in inventory for my company and auction company. Oh, fuck, dude. Like, if you guys are going to do recolors, why don't they just bring the Cyberized ones? The Cyberized ones are so fucking good. Just bring those to the US. I don't know why the fuck they keep hiding those things. It's like, bring the Cyberized colors to us. We want those. I would die for a Cyberized Exia freaking goddamn perfect grade. Try to pin the theft on me. I wasn't even there. Oh, dude. Fuck that. Dude, I totally get that done. It. The worst one I've had previously was so I worked with this one guy, and he basically became my Sasuke to my I was his Naruto to him being Sasuke. Basically tried to make my life a living fucking hell till he got in trouble with illicit substances. That's what he gets for doing that kind of shit. Literally felt like an anime, like a shonen, with me and him being rivals. It was so annoying. Like, we were friends at one point, and then because I didn't sit there and do whatever he wanted to, I became the worst person in the world. Then he quit, came back, was basically, because he had left for so long, became a lower ranking worker, mad that I was above him, then moved to the same area I was in, under the same field, and then got mad when I started doing well and he started doing really bad. It was hilarious when it ended. And it was like I really wanted to be this guy's friend, but he was into things that I did not like, which was really bad. Being a grown ass adult, trying to act like a teenager, and thinking he can still get away with it. And that because he was rich, well, he had rich parents, he could get away with anything. Scotty, what up? Ooh, which one, narrative or regular? That is still one that eludes me. Ooh, nice. God, I want one. It's just, God, I can never have enough money when they're available. I'm, I want to shoot for a freaking Dendrobium, but I don't know. I may need to start taking a step back on buying shit for a little bit. I'm a little overloaded on kits as it is, anyways. Yo, nice. Okay, so then I need to get that. That's... See, I hate that. I hate that you have to do that. Right? I hate that that's the whole problem with freaking P Bandai. I hate that. I really want the band to use their Gao Gao to make a freaking Neo Zeon at some point. To undermine the whole bullshit you gotta go through to even get a Neo Zeon. Either overspending or spending hours refreshing. I just hate how exclusive the Neo Zeon is. It's a status symbol, don't get me wrong. And I know why it's so expensive. But it is a little bullshit. Hey, that's not bad as long as you can get it. That's the thing, and you need the Psycho Shard to go with it. I'm looking at putting some money on a Dendro because there's going to be a reissue next year. I'm looking at maybe going for a Dendro, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend $300 on a high grade, even though Dendros are really fucking cool looking. And it's cheaper than buying a Largo. I do not have Largo money. I wish I had freaking a Mechanicore Largo money. I would want both. That's the problem. Knowing myself, I want both. Yeah, right. I'm a little tapped out on money so far. That's my problem right now. All the perfect grades I've bought recently and or have coming to me have kind of tapped out cash. And I've only gotten lucky due to overtime. Ah, nice. Which isn't too bad. You sound like me with God, what is it? I have almost all the wing kits. I do need to get some of the regular ones. The only thing I don't have is Supernova Death Scythe because I really don't like Supernova Death Scythe. I need that at some point. And I need another Supernova Sandrock to get rid of the one that is kind of... It's not that great. I really didn't do a great job on that one. That was back during when I was still a little bit dumb. WB. The fuck is WB? Maybe the black frame? No, WB's red. Why am I stupid? I know that. WB is the red frames. Why am I stupid? Why do I not know that? H is gold. Okay. I know which one I'm looking for. All right. I. That's WE. E. I. Yes, you should. That's really bad. That means you've got some of that into your lungs, and that's not good. Build Metaverse, big boy. Ah, nice. And the Destroy. Lives through HJL. Woo! I hope that shipping's pretty good, because that is the problem with HJL. I always hear the shipping is really not the greatest. HG41, there we are. That is the whole reason why I don't have a spray booth, and why I get a little woozy when I go outside and do rattle cans. Ooh, the last couple times I did some rattle cans, I was a little bit like, ooh, that wasn't great. Oh, what was that? The polycarbonate paints. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Those are spicy paints. Spend 50% on shipping. Okay. 4 months for American releases and paying 20% more. Right. So it's gonna, yeah, okay, so that's kind of how Mophie is, the same way, where yeah, they hide their price there, but it's still about the same when you look at the shipping costs. Yeah, I need to get the RG Epion. I'm hoping we see the Dreg unit become a real grade add-on from EW or Susan model. I'm really hoping so. We saw the FF parts come out. We're still waiting on Sazabi FF EW parts to come out. But hopefully either Susan model, DL, or EW pick up. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. That's like Mophie. I paid about 130 for my PGU versus my pre-order with Gundam, which is 160. Which we're gonna be using the one I got from Gundam to be the prize one, because that's gonna be a boxed copy. And thank God my stupid freaking Prelude finally shipped. Oh, right. As long as they get the MGSD Barbie before they shut down, right? It's similar in the total cost. It's a little bit different. So, like, you'll see like $40 or sometimes $30 shipping, but that's because he bakes in the shipping costs into the MSRP. So you're going to see an overall lower cost on the kit, but you are making up that difference versus shipping when it comes to Mophie. Where Central, he has flat rate shipping on each item. And so you're going to pay around $10 to $20 for shipping from Central. Then Gundamit usually does free shipping. Gundamit does free shipping on mostly all their stuff because they know they have big buyers on that and people buy in bulk there all the time. And you can also add on extra shipping, like I added extra shipping to my Prelude. And they all turn out about the same. Yeah, I like Mophie. They're really good, especially if you even buy from their AliExpress store. Same with Gundam Model Center. Their AliExpress stores are really good. They sometimes hide shit on them. CMT right now, Central right now is hiding their fucking decals for the new on their CMT. Don't know why they do that. And it's like, why are you guys hiding the decals on your AliExpress store? Same thing with the Astray Mars jacket. The listing was on the Mophie site, but you couldn't do anything because it said out of stock. But on their AliExpress store, it was in stock. It was fucking weird. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Gundamit, but they need to be a little bit more... I don't know what happened with the Prelude, but they need to be a little bit more on it because that was a little weird. Everybody else got their Preludes way early. They got there so late. It wasn't even funny. And I had to keep bugging about it. Yeah, so Zala, They will only have 10 there, but also check their AliExpress site because they don't know. A lot of people are also checking their AliExpress site. Their AliExpress store is CMT, China Model Store, or China Model Toys. It's CMT. It's one of the more popular model stores on there. Same thing with Mophie. Mophie is League of Toy Stores on AliExpress. Ah, so they're having site issues. That would be, I'm not surprised. That's pretty, I can see that happening. But at least they told you. That's a good point. Is that at least they responded to your concerns. That is a, and probably didn't berate you about it. Because Mophie does have a listing issue as well. Ah, okay. You probably will, dude. It just barely is leaving China now. I'm gonna have my Red Dragon and my EG New FF before I get my freaking Deban Prelude, because those are already in country and through customs. Because freaking goddamn Mophie sent them that damn fast. I'll probably have them by the end of the week to next week. I would say if you want to get it, get it. But remember, it is not the metal build. It is just the regular Bandai, the Band 6601. So it's just a regular uh, Red Frame of Stray Kai that comes in that. It is not the metal build variant. Which I wish it was the metal build variant, which would be way better looking with those MJH Calviches. And it's not a bad price for everything you get. I haven't seen anyone build it yet. I don't know what the respray quality is on that. That is a weird one that came from Deban just recently, so I don't know the overall quality of the Black Dragon's paint. Since they kind of sprung that on everybody. Right. 200 I have a week. Oh, goddamn, dude. There should be. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. I Done it. Yes, since a lot of people don't get to see the Twitch chat because they're on TikTok, I went ahead and put the Twitch chat on the TikTok stream, so that way people can keep up if I'm not directly talking to them. Easier enough so people don't go like, "Who are you talking to?" Well, you can see that Twitch chat is right there. Wish I could do the same for YouTube, but that's a little bit harder. YouTube chat sucks. It's so hard to moderate. So keeping up on this. And keep an eye on everything. But as I said earlier, I'm just glad that there hasn't been too many more notifications on big model kits coming out. My wallet's at least not crying in the corner at the moment. I can't handle much more. Supernova, Deban are just crushing it this year. Again. What was that? Uh-oh, let me see what this was. What was that? Shh. All right. All right. Okay, where was I at? I was right here before, just checking to make sure that those weren't text messages. All right, keep an eye on everything. All right. Get that cleaned up and I should be ready to go. But I have been enjoying this model kit really, really well so far. God, what would be the best way of how to describe this thing? It's got such a weird plastic feel to it. Nothing bad or anything, but it's been such a weird, wild ride so far. The matte finish is a bit odd. It's not too overly done. I'm not the biggest fan of matte finishes too, so that's a big thing for me. I usually like going with a semi-gloss. Now, I wouldn't call this a hard model kit. I would call it a tricky model kit. It's kept me on my toes so far, but it's not the worst one I've ever done. Like, there are some confusing things here and there, but I've done real grades that are 10 times harder than this. There are real grades out there that do way more shit. I think one of the hardest, technically, is the Sinanju. The Sinanju real grade will throw you through a fucking loop the first time round. Hell, even the tall geese is a little bit harder than this. Oh, and then we need F37. 37s. Where are you? 34, 33, 37, 37, 32. Okay. And I think technically the perfectibility is going to be way harder than this one, and so is the Exias. I think the Exias are actually going to be way more difficult. There's a lot of complexity to that kit and the perfectibility. The Genesis and the Thunderbolt. Oh, man, dude. That third-party hype train just getting you freaking all excited. The worst thing is, I would tell you that the MGSD will be there always. The Thunderbolt and the Genesis might not. Where the Barbados might always be there later on. I hate to say FOMO is not a thing with third parties, but it is. With third party kits, you never know when they're going to get re-released, and you never know how many are going to be printed, so you might as well get on the train now versus later. I know that's a really bad thing to talk about, but it is a thing that happens with third party kits. Either get in now or you don't get in at all. Where at least first party stuff you'll probably get a second or third shot at. Unless it's P Bandai, and then you'll only get one shot. Alright. Boom. Okay, that goes on the model kit now. Oh, fuck. Fucking kidding me. Well, our first major fuck up. We'll glue that on there because we'll just lightly tack that in place. I can always break the tack later. Fuck, where's my glue at? Shit. I don't know where the glue went. Okay, we'll just put it on there for the time being. I'll have to tack it. That peg was not lining up very well. And broke. That sucks. Not happy with that. I have no idea where the glue went. I'll have to find it later and I'll tack it up. Did I mess something up on that waist? Nope. Nope, literally nothing goes in there. Neat. I stopped my build train of UC Unicorn Collection to jump on third-party train. Dude, I don't doubt you. The worst part is there's so many friggin' unicorns on the third-party train, too. No, that needs to be tacked into place because we're going to be putting the, ooh. Because, yeah, we're going to be putting the front skirts on that. And that's going to need to be really secure. And there's a couple tiny things on there. I'm going to definitely have to find the glue, and that's going to have to all be glued into place. Which I don't mind. Oh yeah, it doesn't even sit flat. Kind of sit wobbly. Let's see if I can find it. I saw it earlier. Oh, there it is. Yahoo! I knew I saw it earlier. All right. Okay, we're gonna let that dry like that. I'll clean all that up later. All right. Yeah. Hell, I stopped mostly buying just Bandai stuff because the third-party shit's been so good to me. I literally have more stuff than I would ever expect to have. I have things that I would never expect to have. All right. And we are straight on to building that thing. Okay. E-E-A-H-H-A. Okay, so easy enough. And it wants me to do it by 2, and that's why it's A-H-H. Okay, that works. Okay. E. W. E, I think, is a black. Yes, it is. And it's staring me right in the face. Yes, they do. It's supposed to be pretty good, too. I need to get the ones for the Red Frame Estrays. They actually have some for the 6601. I don't know when they're coming out. They've been on pre-order for a while now. A points. Hey, hello, A. How are you? Let's see. Daichang, Metal Parts, Unicorn, Phoenix, Banshee, Gundam. It sounds like it might have all the stuff, because if it has Phoenix and Banshee on there, it means it has a lot of extra stuff. So the Banshee will probably be a Norn, and the, what is it called? The Phoenix will be with the dual shields. And it should work for a Unicorn. It just has all the stuff like the probably VMBs or the Norn parts plus the dual shields. But see if it has a different coloration. I don't remember if those have a different colored inner frame. That may be the biggest difference. Unicorn's inner frame, I don't remember if it's the same inner frame color as Banshee or Phoenix. That's about probably the only difference. So if you don't care about your inner frame color, I mean, it should work. Greatest nub placements ever. Ugh. All right, let's see. And looking up. Oh. What? What? God damn it, I thought I had to do these. Oh, you suck. I thought I got away from having to do freaking inner detailing, and it's like, yay, I don't have to do boo. I have to do inner detailing. I was like, okay, so that faces the unit. Nope, I was wrong. Makes me feel better about the nub placement, but damn, that sucks. I thought I didn't have to do that. All right. Got it. Don't know how much I like doing that. But that's how it shows it. Oh yeah, then that goes over top of it. All right. And there will not be a stream Friday. There will not be a stream till Monday. After today. I'm going to work on some stuff tomorrow night, but tomorrow night is errand day slash payday slash I will be busy day. And then we'll on call this weekend, so we'll be a little bit lopsided, but we'll figure out what happens afterwards. Kind of sucks. I hate on call like crazy. Just I gotta do what I gotta do to get the money paid, the money in, the money out. Oh, duh, I need to do that one. Got to keep the money flowing somehow. And then we need F parts, H parts. All right. All right. H parts. H. What are we looking for? Fuck. 7 and 8. All right. you. All right. Then it's X7, which is both of them are the same, which is right here in my hand. Waist looks good. Looks like the blue's dried for the most part. It's not fully cured, but it will be. Oh yeah, it's been quiet. It's not, I don't mind quiet nights. Quiet means I get to do more work. Start out loud and now it's been quiet. Nice. Is that really how that's supposed to be going in? A23, and then we go back to H again. Okay. No, like some people have said, I at least get to interact with people more, which is nice. Sometimes I wish I was one of those big streamers, but sometimes I don't want the drama. I've had a taste of that kind of lifestyle, and it sucks. It's not as hard as it seems. It's just getting your foot in the. It's just putting your foot in the door, not getting your foot, putting your foot in the door to do it. I started streaming just on my PS4 and then went on from there. That poor thing dying from me doing trying to play video games and stream at the same time was not a best idea. I also need to kind of get some more stream revenue rolling in. That way I can. That way we can do more stuff. Because really that's what limits me doing more and more giveaways is that we don't have a whole lot of stream revenue coming in. And problem is then I've got to pay out of pocket for everything. So it sucks. And I take a big hit on that because it's not even enough that I can claim taxes on it. It's such a minuscule amount that I can't even really claim it. More like subscriptions, Patreon payout, Patreon subscribers, stuff to help the stream keep on chugging along, and or getting more ad revenue rolling through. Cause I make nothing from ad revenue. And I do have to claim all this. All this I have to pay for all this shit too, which is worse. It's like every year I have to go and I lose. Oh no, yeah, I know you did, because I remember when you did. Oh no, you subscribed now. Oh shit, yo, I subbed, but isn't the best at that. Real, it's also my fucking my alerts are also broken because I use Streamlabs and theirs have been kind of fucking brokey for a while. We'll hear a Rashane come through here at any point. Probably not, because it's been broken for a while. I need to get some new stupid freaking stream alerts. I need to use the Twitch integrated ones, but they suck. So hard to use. But yeah, like I take huge hits on doing the stream. I lose, like I lost. I ended up paying like 160 or something like that on taxes last year for because of Twitch revenue. Because I think I got like 4 payouts last year, so I ended up paying like $100 to $200 to the taxes for that. Oh, I lost money on my taxes for that much. Yeah, yeah. And I have 1099Ks. It's the worst. My real job is 1099K, and freaking Twitch is a 1099 revenue. So it sucks. You lose so much money on 1099s. Oh shit. So that's actually what's funny is I pay in way too much money into my taxes. Like somehow they fucked up my shit. So I'm usually almost a grand over on my on my input for taxes. So I have a really good buffer, and I've never gone back and changed it because it's nice. I do pay a lot in. Think I'm in the fucking God, where am I at now? I think I'm in the 13 to 15% bracket for taxes right now on my real job. And it fucking sucks. I make any more money and I'll be in the 15 to 20% taxes soon. And then our bonus check get hit with what is it called? My bonus check gets hit as a gift, so I have to pay 30% on top of that. Fucking blows. H13 44. Where's H14? Oh no. I pay ahead of I have them take the federal out of my check every week. I usually end up paying in around $65 to almost $7,500 a year for taxes. I end up keeping about 2,500 of that usually. I do it the way I do it because it's just so much easier on me. I already have enough shit going on that I don't need to worry about taxes. My father-in-law does it that way, and he always ends up fucking himself over because he never anticipates it. And this year is gonna be fucking insane because of all the overtime I keep getting. My what's it called? My return will be really huge this year because of all the overtime I've been getting. The last 6 weeks have all had overtime on them, and this week we'll probably have overtime on it. Ah, that sucks. See, ours only does 1099Ks because of the fact that technically we do all of our own time, so they use that for tax write-off reasons. But it's still technically governed by an actual corporation. It's just that's how they file our taxes each year. I think it's 1099. I think K, if I remember right, is God. What is 1099K? I think K is the what is it fucking called? The extra money shit, right? That's I keep saying it wrong. 1099. K I think is the one I'm thinking of that I was trying to have to do last year, which was like if you do extra business stuff, like PayPal and shit, and like Patreon. It is fucking cheating because I don't do an easy 40. I wish it was a 10W40 because that's what wifey is. Wifey is a 10W40. So through my tax guy, she's easy and cheap. I get charged extra shit because I have so many forms we have to file every year. Because then we also have to worry about my savings, my health savings, my Roth, well, not my Roth, but my 401k, and all this other fucking shit I have to make sure goes through all the damn time too. Luckily, I don't touch my freaking goddamn health savings account at all. I'm trying to stack that bitch up as high as I can. Till they have to give me my money back. Ah, like DoorDash. Okay, yeah. Damn. I have a health savings account, which is where they take a percentage of money that I specify. That goes into a spending account that I can go and use for health. What is this thing called savings? Yep. What is this thing called savings? I don't have a savings account. I have a 401k that I don't even do shit other than 1% of my check-in because I'm stupid. I like my money. Yeah, Moobot's there for to get everybody into things that we got going on. Better than zero. Yeah, I only do 1%. I'm doing a Roth right now. So they gave me a bunch of cash. Pushing the Discord. Yes, it is. So they gave me a 401k. I never put money into it. It's got a decent amount. And then I started putting in for Roth. So that way I don't have to pay taxes on it later, other than paying taxes on earnings that the money has already done, instead of having to pay taxes later on it. I know it's not the smartest way of doing things, but I'm a big, I don't want to have to deal with it, so I'll just pay the taxes now. Also means it doesn't have nearly as many stipulations on use and shit when that comes up later on. G. Oh. G. We're going all the way to fucking G. Really? G what? 1? No. 44. Oh. Those are tiny. I am probably gonna be very careful on those. Yeah, there you go. Right now, I'm not focused on as much savings as trying to pay down as much debt as possible. And it still doesn't work very well. I was getting a little bit there, but this week fucked up and had some car shit come up. And then I've got to register a car, so it's like, fuck. There goes getting actually the credit card paid off a little bit. I hear that. I was trying to be a good boy, but then we had a dead battery in one of the vehicles, and it's like, great, and that's the grocery getter. Which means I need to go get a battery for it because if I don't want to have wifey stuck on the road. Or stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I do most of the maintenance on most of my vehicles now. The Honda and the it's an older Honda Civic, and then I have my Camaro. They're really easy to work on, and I do work. My job is so inclined with this stuff that it's like lately I've been doing all my own work because it's so much easier for me now. Now that I have a garage that I can take my cars into and start working on them, it's been really easy for me to just do work on my own vehicles. Because I'm really actually well mechanically inclined. No, 2012. Not that old. I wish. Those were fun Civics. But pretty much a freaking Civic. No, her battery was like $80. Then $100 charge for the core charge. The hold for the swapping the batteries out. But it was like $80. $100 with the core charge and everything was nothing compared to my car. My car was expensive when we had to replace the battery in my car. You would not think a Chevy Camaro needs a marine battery because it needs all the cranking amps, but apparently it needs a 250-pound marine battery. Ugh. When I went looking up that battery, it was like, oh my god. Oh no, my battery is almost $300 for the friggin' Camaro. Camaro's battery was insane. And $80 for 111, it was like 110 or $111 in total. I'm going to get $20 back tomorrow when I go take the battery back. But it's a little tiny golf cart-like battery. I laughed my ass off. Pretty much this is a 98 Civic with some paint slapped on it. Because it is so super easy to work on. I opened that bitch up and I was like, oh, everything's right there. There's the O2 sensor. There's that. I can change this, and this. It's kind of like the R18 motor is just like a Chevy LS3. Super simple, super easy to work on. Oh, dude, my 2010, I have a 2010 SS Camaro with the 2SS trim. So it's black, it's silver with a black body kit, well, black trim body kit, has a black leather interior. It's fucking awesome. It is an automatic. That's all they offered the 2SS in was automatic. With the L99, but it's an LS3 motor, but it has the automatic the automatic 8-speed on it, and it's a fucking fun car. Straight piped. There is no muffler on that bitch. I have dual catalytic converters, but it's straight piped all the way to the back. So it's loud enough to set off car alarms when I start that bitch up. Someone did a lot of work to it. It pushes 500 horsepower. It's a little overstock on the horsepower. Because someone did some work. It's had a harmonic balancer changed out and a bunch of other shit. And we think it was cammed at one point for drag racing. It has a very heavy tune on there, and it's wacky. I am surprised I don't get pulled over because of how loud that car is. And it's loud unintentionally loud. Like, it's quiet as shit when it's done being loud. But when I start driving it, it is unintentionally loud. Oh, we are going all the way to W, K, L, and I. Okay. I don't even know what WK is. X. I don't even know what WK is. Yes, I do. It's been staring at me this whole entire time. And it's almost paid off. My car is almost paid off, which is so awesome. It'll be the first vehicle I've ever paid off. Should be paid off next year. I bought it in 2018. Yeah, I bought it in 2018. It's almost been 6 years now. It should be paid off soon. Nice. I'm hoping once I pay that off, I've been trying to pay more money on wifey's car. Once I pay off my car, I'm going to start paying so much money on her car and getting that paid off. Oh, right. And then once I have both cars paid off, it starts stacking up cash. Also getting all the cars fixed and done any maintenance or repair they need. And then buying me my new motorcycle after we move again, probably. Because don't get me wrong, I love my Camaro, but I do miss the days of riding my motorcycles. I never thought I would be in the church of V8. I never really liked V8s, so I had family, including my father, who was an idiot. They didn't know shit about cars, even though they thought they knew shit about cars. He had a terrible, and this is why I hated V8s in the first place. They used to be super loud, super, like, just annoying. I used to never like V8s because they were just too... I hated it. I hated everything about V8s for the longest time. And the worst thing was his stupid 69 fastback that always broke down, always had issues, and was a piece of living crap Mustang. So I've just always been kind of one who didn't like V8s. Then I bought the one I've got now, and I love it. I got introduced into the church of V8. I love everything about the LS3. It's such a fucking beautiful engine. Easy to work on. Parts are cheap. I don't have to worry about it. It'll pretty much outlive me. I am now in the church of there is no replacement for displacement. Didn't try to get there, but I did. Same thing when it came to motorcycles. Snell is power option, right? Same thing with motorcycles. I literally did not like motorcycles because same problem, family. Always had loud, boring choppers. I know. I always find street bikes and choppers to be boring. I didn't know crotch rockets existed until I was in my fucking high school years. Because Torque came out. And I was like, what the fuck are those cool things? When are motorcycles cool? when did motorcycles get badass? And apparently they've always been that way. It's just my family didn't like Japanese motorcycles. They liked American motorcycles. Don't get me wrong, like a Harley Sportster, it's all right. I mean, it's not bad. Or an Indian, God, I can never remember that one. Never remember that one Indian. Ooh, R3, nice. That's a really nice motorcycle. I had a Ninja 300 for a long time. Love my crotch rocket. Yes! And I full on only bought one because we needed another vehicle. Because it was at a time where me and wifey were working opposite shifts at the same location. So it was really hard for us to sit there. It was costing us tons of gas to go back and forth picking each other up. So it was one night. It was hilarious. We were asleep. Heard this loud-ass crotch rocket go by. Gen 2 R6. Yes. Heard a loud-ass crotch rocket go by, and I was like, oh, this would be so much fun to freaking get, and it would be probably cheaper than buying a car. And she asked how much they were, and I'm like, oh, they shouldn't be too much. It was just learning how to ride one. Took the course. Learned how to ride one because I wanted to see if I could even do it. Turns out I knew how to do it apparently innately. Passed. I never actually really turned in my paperwork to get my endorsement, but I really don't care as long as you don't get pulled over and are an idiot on the roads. Because I drove for 6+ years and never had any issues with the popo. As long as you're not an idiot and doing wheelies, you're not going to get pulled over or speeding. Or lane splitting like an asshole. Because now it's actually considered illegal in Texas. All right. WL. WL. But apparently I was a wunderkind at driving motorcycles. Got it as soon as I could and loved every second of it. Even up until when my R6 got stolen. Had my Ninja 300 for almost 5 years, almost paid it off, sold it and traded it in for my R6, and then my R6 got stolen 6 months later. WKWL, that's a white frame, okay. L, WL, WL, WL. All right. This one? WL10. Oh no, tiny part. I will say this when it comes. Let me get a second gen, no cat on it. Oh, right. So when it came to me switching over to the R6, going from the R6, from the Ninja 300 to the R6, I was pretty confident I could do it, but it is a different, complete monster. Going from a parallel twin to a 4-cylinder is a different, complete monster. That torque kicks on so fast. I was like, I get it. I get it. I get why people who own Suzukis flip them over. I took off. I was in first gear the day I freaking bought my R6 and we got it to take it home. I hit that first gear and I was like, okay, so we'll just slowly, and oh my God, it never ended. That first gear was so long in my R6. What was it? I could get up to the one time I did it just because I was being stupid. It was the only time I ever got to even enjoy the bike. Was one day I did a dumb thing and let a 370Z intimidate me into doing a little bit of illegal things that you shouldn't do on the road because it's really stupid to do. I hit 90 in first gear. And it still was like, okay. Didn't wheelie, still wanted to go. Those R6s are the R6 until they discontinued it. Those monster friggin' engines are insane. That 6-cylinder motor is, I mean, that 600cc motor is insane. Pretty much. Pretty much. I didn't even hit fucking, I think I hit 13,000. That's just barely shift time. And it had just barely broken in, too. I had just broken in the cylinders. The limiter had turned off. It was one of the days I did it. Let it go. Didn't even lift because I was in power mode, too. So I was even restricted, too. That thing just... Whoa! Yamaha knows what they're doing with bikes. I'm probably going to get an R1 the next time I buy one. Not the same thing. Whole different beast compared to the R6, but I'll probably be buying an R1 or an R1M for my next bike since they're still making it. Or getting a 4-cylinder because I know Honda is bringing back the Fireblade, and so is the 400R is coming back to Ninja is bringing back the 400R and 400RR. So we're getting the 4-cylinder small displacements back again, which is insane. I don't know because Yamaha is doing the parallel twins, which I hate. Now we have the R7, which is stupid. I don't care. Parallel twins suck. After having a 4-cylinder, I do not like parallel twins. They're great learner bikes, but they are not great in high displacements. I would rather have a 4-cylinder. Unless you're doing like a Ducati, which is the V twins, which are insane. But I just don't like Ducati's clutches. I don't like the open air clutch. Even though I love the Panigale 999 and the VR4, they're cool bikes. I just don't like their open clutches. Their dry clutches are just not my thing. I wish I had enough cash to buy an H2R or a BMW 1000 RR, but I'm not made of money. Or I would. Hell, I'd settle for a Flash Tune H2. Have you never seen those bikes? They're insane. They're a supercharged bike from Kawasaki. I didn't think I'd like motorcycles as much as I do. I really got into it when I was actually when I had them. It's one of the best things ever. I like the feeling of the open road. You get to actually enjoy it. You have to pay attention more, yes, but there's so much to it. I love it. I was gonna go to the rally for a BMW or Ducati. Exactly. Yeah, that's the biggest issue with those two. That and Triumph and oh god, there's another one. God, Triumphs are like that expensive too. God, there's some other ones that are about that same cost too. Oh, India Gooses are the same way. They're so expensive. It really does suck that my bike got stolen when it did because it was just a few months out from when we have this big rally down in Galveston. And I was going to be like, cool, this year I'm actually going to freaking probably go because I got friends who go. I just haven't gone because I didn't feel like my bike was appropriate because, you know, little tiny freaking 300 bike. Ooh, look at the little baby bike. I know the smaller bikes do get made fun of a lot more than the big bikes do. And I was like, okay, cool. I finally have an appropriate bike to bring to the rally. And then it got stolen. I'm like, God damn it. And it's a big one. It's almost as big as Sturgis is. They take over almost all of Galveston Island for an entire week. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, we are going to hit the time limit today. Shit, with the cost of the H2R, the H2R is like 50 grand, so it's like, yeah, that's even more money right there. I know it's a track only bike, but I would still want it. The H2 is insane. Yes, that's the whole reason why I want one. Any iteration of the H2 is insane. The touring model, insane. It's like 170 horsepower or something like that. No. It's much more than that because base 1000s are 200 horsepower. So it's like 250 still, like the regular H2 is. It's just a little detuned and restricted. But even the touring model's insane with the supercharger. It's fucking... Oh, I wish I had the money for that kind of thing. I've seen the new Hayabusas. They look interesting. Oh yeah, you'll never reach it with superchargers. Yeah, you're. I've seen how that Whipple charger's made, and it's insane. I've seen videos of people trying to even just drive them, and that they're even insane when they're restricted. When the motor's just breaking in, they're even insane. Because there's just no holding back that supercharger. But even the new like, what is it, 2024 Hayabusas are looking okay. I'm not the biggest Suzuki fan. Apparently they are putting ABS on their bikes finally, which is nice. Makes them actually attractive for me. I am a big proponent of ABS. I've had it save my life a couple of times. And that's all it takes. I like my ABS and I like my I don't know if you've ever used them, done it, since you say you have an older R6. Slipper clutches are really nice. I like slip clutches. Both my bikes had slip clutches. I love slip clutches. Makes it so much easier so that you don't end up accidentally fucking up really hard. You still can, but you're not gonna break your clutch nearly as easy. Never had it. Okay, so what it is that as the clutch goes past, instead of being a solid piece like it would be on the leading edge, the trailing edge actually is sloped. So when the clutch goes a turn, it'll then slip and grab the next tooth. So that way you don't end up burning your clutch up. So it'll engage the gear instead of just burning the clutch up. And they make for incredibly fast freaking gear shifts, because you barely have to pull on your your clutch to engage for gear shift. You barely pull in and have to, then you can just instantly go into a gear shift. I love both my bikes that had it. It's kind of how they can do the blippers now, the auto shifts and the blippers. It's all being done by the ECU, and the ECU knows where the clutch is. So when you go to upshift, it instantly knows where that gear is going to be at, and the slip clutch can go through, just based on the ECU timing it right. Because I was going to get one of the assist shift kits, but mine didn't come with it. It was an add-on because it was new, and it would just come out, and it was standard on the R1s, but it's an optional package on the R6s at the time. So I didn't have it, but it was like, all they said was they pull out my gear shift and they pull out my shift selector, put in the new shift selector, and that was it. And it was like $600, but I didn't have the cash at the time for it. And also, it hadn't even come out yet. It was an add-on that was coming out for it at the time. I love that bikes are almost automatic too. Yo, later. I actually need to get off too. I'm gonna clean this up and get out. Oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I'm dim. I'll probably be working on this off stream, so that way we're on to leg day or even get past leg day. I don't want to be behind, and I want to get this done. We've got so many model kits in lineup that I want to get them finished up. So, keeping on task will be the biggest thing. I can get most of this stuff done and get things all ready. Yeah, we might. People will be like, "How'd we get here?" And I'll be like, see, I worked ahead a little bit." But I'll keep you guys posted on if I do it. I'll still be posting the pics of everything being done. Yeah, we might not get to do the heavy engagements for it, but just that way we keep on schedule. Unstable stream connection, my asshole. Okay. All right. Cool. That's going to be where we're going to have to end off. I got all the parts ready to go for the next portion. I'm going to probably do those while I'm off. We'll be back Monday. That sucks, I know. But that's the best I can do because work has to be a pain in the ass, and that's what pays the bills. So I got to do what they tell me to do. But not too bad. Not too bad. We got at least the front portion of the waist done today, and a couple of the side skirting done. It's just because it takes so long to get everything finished up and tidied up. But not too bad. Not too bad. It could always be worse. Could always be worse. Could always be worse. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I will see everyone Monday. If I do any extracurricular streams, it'll be a gaming stream or something else. We'll see what happens. I am going to be a stressed out piece of crap on the weekend, so probably not. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all Monday. Thank you, and bye-bye.